Welcome to the Workwell presentation, a Freelancer Wellbeing app. The problem that the app was created to solve are that many freelancers and people working from home are overworking themselves or working in an unhealthy way or an unhealthy amount. Some don't focus well when they work from home. Others don't have regular work and rest times. The results of the problem are they don't get the work done that they need to, they overwork themselves. These people are regularly tired, which promotes impaired focus. Their bodies get sore from sitting all the time. Their eyes get tired and they don't have enough free time or time to spend with their families. The target audience. Primary target audience are women working as freelancers. The secondary audience would be people working from home. For them, managing their own time and working hours are a challenging task. The persona represents the target market. Annie Baker is a freelance graphic designer. Her frustrations include overworking herself. Target market research through surveys and interviews was done to find out more about the target market and their needs. The results are as follows. All freelancers value being able to work at their own pace and making their own schedule and being in the comfort of their own home. Some freelancers use schedules while others don't. Some freelancers listen to music while working and others need complete silence. They use productivity tools like the phone's clock app, Google Sheets, Calm, and Write. All participants said they would use an app like Workwell. They like the idea that they don't have to figure out a schedule themselves and that it incorporates work and health. The empathy map shows the feelings that the persona experiences as well as the tasks she needs to complete, among others. Research was done on good UX design, and best practices for mobile UX design was looked at. Through prototyping software research, it was decided that Adobe XD would be used to create the prototype. Inspiration research was conducted in terms of how similar apps look. Illustration styles was also investigated to find the best style for this particular app. Colors were researched, color emotions, color harmonies, and a color scheme was chosen based on this. Pastel colors was chosen because they are calming and quiet. This is the idea of the app. A splash screen was also researched, and it was found that it's usually very minimal. Onboarding was also researched to find best practices to keep users engaged. The mood board for the app is shown, as well as its logo and app icon. The core problem. The problem is freelancer well-being. Freelancers and people who work from home often get distracted and are unproductive or get overworked and tired. A balance between work and free time, distractions, and healthy breaks need to be found to maintain their well-being. The impact of this problem is it is not physically healthy to sit and work all day. Distraction causes decreased focus, time loss, and unproductivity. Overworking and tiredness leads to bringing work into off time and neglecting important household tasks. The pain points are lack of focus, lack of creativity, distractions, the urge to do things that are more fun and exciting than work, unproductivity, overworking, tiredness, not resting, no free time. The ideal solution should help freelancers who overwork themselves to take breaks and make them more healthy. It should also help freelancers who can't focus on their work be more productive and get rid of distractions. It should promote the overall well-being and life quality of the freelancer both physically and mentally. A scenario and storyboard was created for ideation as a way to find and develop ideas where the persona used the envisioned app to be more productive while working. From this scenario, a storyboard was created to illustrate this and explore ideas of how the solution might work, as seen on the right. Brainstorming was also used to develop ideas and flesh out functions for the app. Possible features were listed and evaluated for viability. Card sorting was used to create the information architecture of the app. A picture of the sitemap is shown on the right. Navigation model will be a mixture of filtered view and bento box. Bottom navigation will be used for the menu. The navigation will mainly be global with a little local navigation. The information architecture of the app will have an ambiguous scheme and a hierarchy structure. Ideas were sketched to get a feel of how the app might look, what features and functions it could have. The initial prototype was created. This was a digital interactive prototype with which the first usability tests were conducted. It is very lo-fi, only being boxes and black and white. Testing was done with this prototype, with participants falling in the target market. Main insights: participants liked the idea of the app. They wanted reminders for meeting an hour ahead of time instead of 10 minutes. Participants wanted the app to log water intake. They didn't understand what this shown on the right in the menu meant, what today meant in the menu. The schedule icon looked like an edit icon to the users. The changes that needs to be made based on this was: the today's section of the app should get another title, schedule sections icon should change, app should log water intake, and appointment notifications should sound an hour early. During the creation of the high-fidelity prototype, some issues in terms of the visual look were stumbled upon. That was solved with A/B testing. Users seem to prefer a more modern and clean look for the app, as can be seen below. Then the first hi-fi prototype was created, and the insights found during the first usability test were incorporated. The menu title was changed to current instead of today, and the schedules icon were changed. The function to log water was also added. Then usability tests were conducted with this hi-fi prototype in order to create the final prototype. The main insights from the testing are: there needs to be an option to stop the task when the user finishes at the head of the time. The current in the type menu along with its icon is confusing. Users want specific notifications to still come through as they are working. All participants felt the need to control the music from their task screen. All participants wanted their work out stats on the app. The prompts or suggestions may sound too authoritative. All participants like the style and colors of the app. A particular participant thought that the music section was unnecessary. The positive feedback from usability tests were things that users liked. They were that all participants liked the style and colors of the app. Users liked the idea and functions of the app. Users found putting in their schedule for the day was very easy. They liked the stats shown on the home screen. They liked the stats section of the app very much and found it encouraging. These are a few of the changes made in refining the hi-fi prototype to create the final one. The menu item was changed to activity. A complete task button was also added to the activity screens. Users were also given the ability to choose which notifications come through and which are blocked. Music controls and a task list was added to the activity section for quick access. Prompts were made more suggestive and friendly sounding. Exercise stats were added to the stats section. Having a deeper look into the music controls. I don't really want to see it on the screen, but it would be nice to be able to control the music from there without having to go back to the music section. This showed that participants would like to have the ability to control music directly from this activity screen without having to go to the music section and then come back. So this was incorporated. To open the controls, users needed to press on the arrow, which hides the controls smartly. The task list was also added to this section, and controls can collapse again when the user don't need it to anymore. Looking into prompts, one quote from a user says, "The prompts are somewhat demanding. Samsung has very nice ones, like how about a walk? That would sound much better and more friendly than take a walk and eat a snack if you like." Prompts in wellbeing apps were researched, and the prompts were changed to a question, which is also a suggestion from just being a demand or statement. In the previous prototype, the wording had a demanding tone, but it was changed to sound more suggestive and friendly. For the final prototype, most user problems were solved. It included functions which users suggested and new helpful features that seemed to be beneficial based on insights from usability tests. The splash screen follows best practice for splash screen research. The onboarding is in three stages, which can also be skipped, and a progress indicator is shown to show users how far they are in the process and give them an idea of how long it would take. On the home screen, an inspiring illustration designed by freelance designers is changed every day to give users a bit of inspiration before they start to work. A few stats are shown to give users a quick glance at some of their stats, which also takes them to the stats section when tapped on. For the schedule input, tasks and hours to work, those tasks are displayed in a list. Clicking on the plus icon will create a new task. Users can also choose multiple times to sound reminders for an appointment, and appointments are connected to Google Calendar. The input is scrollable, as most mobile users are used to this. The whole schedule can also be saved as a template, which makes this process quicker if the user is going to do mostly the same things for more than one day. Notifications can also be completely blocked. This eliminates distractions for users while they are working, but it was discovered through usability tests that sometimes people are waiting for a specific email or reply or message. They wouldn't want this to be blocked, and they might need it to continue with their work. The activity screen. The time is displayed, the task's title is displayed, the duration of how long the user should spend on it is displayed and counting down. A task can be paused. In an unforeseen event, this can be useful, or even if the user quickly needs to go and do something else. Tasks can also be marked as completed before the allocated time is up for it. This is helpful when a user finishes their task ahead of time. The pop-up functions on the activity screen shows the music controls. Also, it shows an item on the to-do list and can be ticked as completed, which will cancel all future tasks that has to do with that item in the list. This is cleverly hidden and can be shown and hidden again by pressing the arrow button. Activities. Prompts are given in a friendly, suggestive way, making users more likely to follow it. Reminders for drinking water will sound, and afterwards the user will be asked how much water they drank. This will log their water intake. Reminders can be customizable to an hour ahead of time or to 5 minutes ahead of time. The menu fades out in the activity section as not to distract the user. When all tasks are completed, this screen is shown. The optimistic and cheerful message encourages users to be productive. Users can finish the session or add another task and continue working. The account section shows the general settings such as ringtones and sounds for notifications of tasks. The theme of the app can also be changed. There's a dark theme included which saves energy, allowing the user to charge their phone less and thus save electricity. Pre-made playlists from other apps can also be imported. This allows the user to listen and control music without having to leave the app. The music section. Playlists can be saved by the user for easy access. Playlists from other music platforms can also be imported. The app has many music choices. Many of them are instrumental or soothing sounds, specifically chosen for working with because they are not distracting. The stats show data that can be changed to show either daily, weekly or monthly stats. It was found through user testing that users like the stats section of the app and found it very interesting and encouraging. Exercise stats were also added. This was found through usability testing. Graphs is a good way to visualize data and get users interested and engaged with it. It also encourages performance to show the data in this way. Workwell helps freelancers and people who work from home to know what to do, when, and for how long. It helps users stay focused by blocking notifications. It helps users to keep a healthy work-life balance. It encourages users to take walks, stretch their legs, drink water, and exercise to develop healthier habits. It tracks data like hours worked and water intake to motivate users and let them see their progress. It makes appointments and tasks easily and even syncs with Google Calendar. The design is exciting, modern, and clean. Best practices for input have been followed, making it easy to change. Activity screens aren't distracting and blacks out after a few seconds. When a task is over, the screen will switch on and a notification sound will be heard, as not to distract users while they are working. Future improvements recommendations are to add an in-app introduction to it to show users exactly how everything works, add workout stats like heart rate, calories burned, etc., and also allow users to collaborate with other freelancers who use the app. Thank you for watching. For now, you should be convinced that Workwell is an essential app for all freelancers and people working from home. It helps users to be productive as they possibly can, but also encourages breaks at the right time. It is the key to freelancer well-being. Don't you want to work well? Now you can.